And Esty and Lola have just wrapped up editing this week's report.
The News Hounds are featuring some wayward ducklings, a really big horse, and a very lucky pooch. The Indianapolis 500 is this weekend, but Esty reports there was another race in Indy this week, the Zooopolis 500, featuring tortoises named after drivers in the big race, zooming toward the plate of fruit. While the Indy cars can reach speeds approaching 240 miles per hour, these tortoises can zip along at a blistering 1/4 of a mile per hour.
Here's a story Lola manages to find each year. A hapless brood of ducklings falls into a storm drain with a worried mother watching and waiting. This story is from Lexington, Kentucky, and fortunately for this family, a dozen Lexington, Kentucky city workers and onlookers came to the rescue. One by one, Mama happily got all her ducks in a row after they've been carefully pulled to safety. Lola is happy to report the small crowd was pleased. Everything was ducky for the family once again.
Esty has an amazing story of survival. Mason is a terrier mix who was hiding in a garage when a tornado hit Birmingham, Alabama a month ago. The storm picked him up and blew him away. Mason's owners couldn't find him and had given up hope when 2 weeks later they went back to see what was left of their home, and they found Mason waiting for them on the porch. Despite 2 broken legs, he managed to crawl back home. A pet surgeon offered to mend Mason free of charge, and the pup is now getting around on his mended legs. Esty says, "Welcome home, Mason."
The weekly News Hounds report wouldn't be complete without a zoo baby. And look what Lola found in Tokyo. Not 1, but 3 cheetah cubs. They were born 6 weeks ago, and the fluffy little babies now weigh about 4.5 pounds each. The zoo was closed for a while after the big earthquake in Japan, and zoo managers say they hope the trio will continue to be a spot of bright news in a country that needs it. Lola agrees.
And finally, Esty reports there was a lot of horsing around at Miller's Supermarket in Verona yesterday. Crowds showed up to say hi and have their pictures taken with Dixon, a 10-year-old Clydesdale. Dixon's not just any horse, of course. He's a member of the famous Budweiser Clydesdales. Dixon and his 9 teammates will be attending Bratfest this weekend. Dixon's a big boy. He's 18 hands high. That's 4 inches per hand. He likes to eat, too. He'll pack away 50 pounds of hay and 25 quarts of grain a day. And he likes to have his picture taken. Esty says, "Smile for the camera, Dixon."
That's this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Who was that?
And he's a talking horse, too.
Oh, how sweet. Nice smile.
Oh, that's great.